Hey guys, we're here today with another unboxing video. We got some awesome pieces in today. Chonk. We got some awesome pieces in today, so we're gonna see what we have in the boxes today. Lay down, Chonky boy. All right. So here we have a really cool package in today, and I have an idea of what it might be, but I never really know just because of how often I get things into the store, but there's always some delicacy that goes into it. There it is. Oh, all right. So here we have something super special in today. I've been waiting 3 months for this to get in. So this one is a super rare copy of a book that's only available in Germany, and I was able to get my hands on a couple copies. So here, oh my god. Here we have over 10 copies of The Fool's Tower. Now, The Fool's Tower is a rare pathology book that is, it's a pathology museum in Vienna, and it used to be an insane asylum that they converted to work with a whole bunch of interesting specimens. So there was a German photographer that got inside access into this museum, and he was able to get never before seen photos, and it's all in this book. And they're super rare and super hard to come by, and I was able to get a shipment in. So the one I just pulled out there is the rarest of the copies. There are 3 versions that came out. There's The Fool's Tower and the original 1998 English version. Then there was a German version, and this here is the rarest version, and it has a red cover book. And these are the hardest to find out of all the 3 books. I have been waiting for these books for literally over 3 months now, and they're just now getting into the shop, and they're super hard to come by, but here it is. Let's take a look at one. Come here, Chunky boy. I love him so much. All right. So, viewer discretion advised. This is rough, actually. There's a lot of interesting pieces in here, but it's not for the faint of heart, so I'm gonna show you it. So all the books come with this type of cover that can be pulled back, and this is the actual book itself. So these are really interesting, and this is the rarest of the bunch, so it's extremely hard to come by this specific piece. So this book here shows known pathologies that have been collected from all over the world, and injuries like this one looks like a screwdriver went through the skull cap, but it's extremely hard to look at. But this is kind of the conversation that I want to have with people, is when people see things that are taboo and scary and they think like, oh, this shouldn't be done. Well, yes, I agree with that, but it's been happening all throughout history. Some of these specimens are 300-400 years old, and you can see it right here in this book, all the crazy things that are happening in the world. So these are one of the copies that came in, and they're super interesting pieces, but they're quite sad, really. But this is something, and these are the reasons why I was trying to get the book into the shop, was because I really wanted to show people what's out there, and I really wanted to show people, you know, the things about the medical industry that aren't necessarily publicized that much. So these are super interesting books. So what's super interesting about this, and something that isn't really talked about a lot, is some of the pieces I get. For example, Kilgore, which was popular during 1983, or Clay Adams, or Adam Woolies. These are the 3 main skeleton producers that were making real skeletons during the 1920s all the way up to the early 2000s. But that's what I think is so interesting about this book series, is that this stuff has been going on for thousands and thousands of years, and it's all cataloged in these books. So I think that's what's so interesting, is a lot of people think about how it's taboo and how it's scary and how could this be happening, but really it's a conversation I wanted to have because it's been happening for a long time, and you can really see some of the evidence of it in these books. So that's something that I really wanted to talk about and touch on when it comes to the skeleton industry and what happens in terms of osteology and medical science. Little chunk, my emotional therapy cat. If you guys want to learn more about Adam Rowley, I have another video. I think it's one of my first videos that I was touching on of the other books. So this, I think, let's see. I believe this is the English edition. So the English edition is the second rarest to come across, and it's right here. But out of the 3 versions, the English version and the darker black cover version are the hardest versions to come across. So here is some of the other clips from the English version of The Fool's Tower. Oops. I think this is what's so crazy about this page here, is when people think about conjoined twins, you know, they think about the famous Siamese twins that you see all over the world, also in American Horror Story. But that's what's crazy is these are not rare. They happen all the time, and there's been documented cases of this happening all throughout history, and it really can be seen in this book. And I think that's so incredibly fascinating, and that's so interesting, and that's something that I really wanted to touch on and talk about in this topic, is really what's been in the world and what's happened so far. And I think it's a sad truth, but I feel like a lot of the reasons that we have bones and study osteology is the reason why we're able to save lives today. So I think it's incredible what this book is able to show and demonstrate. Well, thanks for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video and you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to make weekly videos once or twice a week, just about what I do and about the bone industry, because I feel like it's really underutilized, and I'd like to, you know, share it more to the public. Thank you.